We're going to shift gears for a second. I want to ask you about some of the other scholarly work you've done. You've done a great deal of work with immigrant populations. How do immigrant populations what are their unique needs in the pastoral care field? How do those two things come together?
Well, the work I did was conducting an ethnographic study in a church that was made up of a number of immigrant groups, and getting to know them and their history and their spiritual practices. I think immigrants to this country have always had great challenges, depending on where they come from, learning the language, adjusting to Western values.
Yeah.
And raising children is a particular challenge because, excuse me, children growing up here in families that have values and attitudes they bring from another place, it often just creates a kind of clash. And sometimes the children feel pulled in one direction or another, or divided, and sometimes they're encouraged to help the parents out with paperwork and take on some burdens, really, that are difficult for young people. So I think, historically, churches have been places of solace and comfort for immigrants, and places where immigrants can find mutual support and encouragement. Sometimes financial support has been very important. And I know there's a sanctuary movement where churches are really literally taking in people who are at risk of being deported. So I think there's a lot of opening there for pastoral care. And I think that caring for refugees and sojourners is a very important part of the Christian faith. It's all throughout the Hebrew Bible and the New Testament. It's not a minor note. There's a religious duty to care for the other, for the stranger and the sojourner. So I really do believe it's important work, and it's a wide open field. I mean, it's a huge transition that people are trying to make, living in a new place, getting used to everything being new and different. And oftentimes people are struggling financially as well to get a foothold in the new country. They're told America is a place where the streets are paved with gold.
Right.
And then, as the old saying went, when they get there, they find out the streets are not paved with gold. They're not paved, and I have to pave them. So the great,
and I pay taxes to pave them, and
employment opportunities may be scarce. It may be difficult work that people have to engage in to get a foothold. But again, I think it's a great area for ministry, an important one.
Yeah, thanks.